Skateboarding has come a long way since the 1970s. This entertainment turned to a professional sport is in a current state of evolution. Started out as a wooden board on wheels, what does the future hold for this object? Many great inventions has arisen since the skateboarding epidemic. The rise of urethane wheels is what changed the skateboarding industry in the late 1970s. And also skateboarders saw the first curved tails to help in pivoting tricks and maneuvers. Next, we were introduced to vert ramps and skate parks that hosted many competitions and tournaments. At the same time, video game consoles such as PlayStation and Super Nintendo launched interactive skateboard video games. The possibility of skateboarding in the Olympics, hoverboards, and virtual reality skateboarding keeps us guessing what's next for the future of skateboarding. The talk about skateboarding in the Olympics has been going on for quite some time. In recent discussions, however, people have questioned the right time for skateboarding to enter the Olympics. Skateboarders all around the world question if the sport were to join the Olympics, will the heart of skating change? Rather skating for fun and having a good time, it will be marketed towards rigorous practice, money, and geared towards something mainstream. What makes it difficult for skateboarding is that it often is thought of as a state of independence. There is no governing body surrounding skateboarding and is still questioned today as a sport. The International Association of Skateboarding Companies, IASC, stated, if the world of skateboarding doesn't pull together and enter the Olympics on purpose, someone else will eventually succeed in entering it, and then will have no influence over what it will look like. It's going to happen with or without us, Gary Ream explained. Gary Ream is the president of the USA Skateboarding Association. The International Olympic Committee, IOC, stated that skateboarding lacks an international skateboarding federation. But once that goes through, skateboarding is greenlit for an Olympic appearance. The only question is, when will it make its debut, which is either 2012 or 2016, and what it will look like. An IOC spokeswoman stated, the IOC wants to make the program relevant for young people. ESPN has also stated the proposed venue for skateboarding in London is the Velodrome in the Olympic Park. Skateboarding has all the tools it needs to be shown in the Olympics, it's just a matter of time. The hoverboard is what many people perceive to be the skateboard of the future. Perhaps you have watched the movie Back to the Future 2 and the fancy hoverboard skateboarders. Well, these hoverboards have been on the drawing boards for years, and some have actually been built. Of course, until now, they have not worked that great or been all that impressive as they were in the Hollywood movie Back to the Future 2. But with the findings of new materials such as carbon nanotubes, they will be. Carbon nanotubes are 100 times lighter than steel and 50 times stronger. These are massive advancements from the first wooden or plastic skateboards. Hoverboards are quite a bit more complicated than actual skateboards. You see how hoverboards must have their own propulsion system and a radically new design to be able to fly. A hoverboard by itself is fairly easy to make, but making one which supports a human being is a problem. With interactive digital skateboard parks, we will also see a whole new wave of digital recordings for skateboard riders. Through technology and digital video will surely come the video material needed for virtual reality skateboard parks, where the rider stands on a board in his or her living room, which is mounted on a platform in front of a large, high-definition flat panel screen. At first, these systems will show up at theme parks and then eventually be incorporated into the lineup of video games by Nintendo and Sony. You can expect these virtual reality living rooms games to be used by kids during rainy days or crappy weather. As more and more people buy these systems, the prices will come down. Currently, these technologies are not as expensive as you might think because the skateboard can be mounted on the platform, which will record the speed attained by the foot motion, and as the rider leans from side to side, that also will be recorded and displayed on the screen. Interactive virtual reality games such as this are good to help a rider practice without getting hurt doing very complex trick maneuvers. It will also keep young riders active during bad weather and give them a workout. Not to mention that such a video game virtual reality system will be extremely fun, challenging, and exhilarating, especially for grown-up kids who cannot perform as well as they once did in their youth. For folks over age 40, chances are they will not wish to risk injury on a high-tech hoverboard of the future doing tricks. However, they might consider using for local transportation. It has been noted that the electric-powered skateboards manufactured by a Florida company can keep up with traffic and are enjoyed by folks up to 60 years old and very popular with the over 30 crowd. Depending on the design and number hover units underneath or the model type, it will be easier or harder than a surfboard to ride. The great part of the technology is that a grandmother can experience the same sensation in the VR living room as her grandchildren experience out in the neighborhood, at a skate park, or on the family driveway. Holographic VR living room gaming is on its way, and this will allow a rider to experience a near reality skateboarding session totally immersed in the activity. It will also give the rider confidence in his or her ability to overcome fear, build self-confidence, or attain an expert skateboarding level.
There's a skateboard here. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had bad traits, you go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you get hot, then you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? Or what you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys,
oh no, it's mine!
what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
So perfect, you're gonna use that as a line.
Police now, give you no break. That old soldier man, I give you no break. Not even